What is up, YouTube? MK40 here. OG blue shirt back at it again. Actually, I didn't think we had one of these still, but sometimes expectations are reality, and you sometimes get lucky. So, I know we're transitioning into Saiho. I know there's a lot of exciting things going on in the community with the release of Hayate, Cyber Dragon support, Boral Sword coming into the game. So, some people might not like to see tournament results, but here's the thing. This is Six Samurai. So there was a card league open this past weekend, and in top 8, we found us Six Samurai. So for those of you that are always kind of curious about these things, Six Samurai has had a little bit of success going through, what was it, last format. We had a few random occurrences of this deck kind of showing up across regionals. I think there was one top 64, another top 32. And a lot of people kind of just were like, oh, that's really cool. Like, you can climb the extra link mechanic with the help of this card. Honestly, Gateway of the Six Samurai is where this is at. You know, being able to continuously add Six Samurai to your hand, from whether or not it's from your deck or graveyard. So you have recurrable targets through Kizan, you know, Grandmaster to continuously special summon. And once again, you're climbing those link ladders to make sure that your deck can fundamentally do what it wants to do. Now, there's some old combo videos laying around on the internet for this deck. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm very impressed by just some of the 2-card combos that you can do with Six Samurai, whether or not it be to completing an extra link, producing X large boards. You've also got access to stupid things like Rongo Bongo, and Rongo Bongo is pretty damn good. Like, I don't know. I think Six Samurai have kind of reached the point to where they're worth talking about and being aware of what they can do, but I don't think a lot of people kind of acknowledge them. Now remember, this deck can't really play things like Pot of Desires and things like that. It's honestly kind of why you play something like the Golden Bamboo Sword. If you play Desires in this, you're 1, losing too many resources. 2, you need to make sure that whatever draw power you have is good. And things like Golden Bamboo Sword are not limited. It's kind of why you see these types of cards being more degenerate, especially things like Duel Links and things like that. Even, you know, a much more expensive price tag on Golden Bamboo Sword. It's because this is one of those cards that's always been attributed to degeneracy, so there's not really much we can do about it in terms of limiting it in our game, but it hasn't reached that point. But it's just like Phoenix Blade. It's always been with something degenerate. So anyway, on to the deck profile. So first off, 3 Droll and Lockbird. There are no Ash Blossoms in this deck. I honestly think Droll and Lockbird is infinitely better, especially when you go into a format where Goki might be much heavier. Which, I mean, this card single-handedly does what it needs to do. 1, it stops the advancement of your opponent's combo, gets the game back to your next turn. And that's honestly all this card needs to do, just those 2 things. Ash Blossom kind of limits the card to 1 negation. Droll and Lockbird just sets off the entire flow for the turn. Now, if you get into some Droll and Lockbird battles, you're going to have a bad time, but for the most part, this card seems to be much more standardized as of late in the TCG. 1 copy of Grandmaster. You don't need more than this in terms of your general combos. You can only control 1 anyway, and when you're doing your things with Gateway, you're going to be recurring whatever you need anyway, so the 1 copy, pull it out, start using it to climb your ladder, absolutely fine. Now, there's 1 copy of Shein in the main deck, 2 in the side. Depending on the matchup that you find yourself needing, 1 of these is fine in the main deck. Remember, you're a combo deck, so when you're climbing up the essential ladders and things like that, you don't want to have too many of these, because if you open up 2 of these, if you're playing 2, it's just essentially dead. So, just kind of a fun fact now. The effects don't stack if you have multiples of these on the field. Your opponent still only gets 1 core activation. 1 Kagemusha standard tuner. This card's kind of fallen to the wayside. There's not really much more to say about Kagemusha. We have 2 copies of Kageki. This is a starter. If your opponent has impermanence or something, it kind of sucks. But I mean, literally, Kageki plus another warrior gets you into a Soul Day, which lets you start your core combo. Which is actually all you kind of need, just to drop off Bamboo Swords and start your day. Remember, Isolde is also the starter in this deck. It's kind of amazing just how much Goki and the other decks kind of have in common. It's all Isolde. Triple copies of Kizan. Once again, same logic as Grandmaster, just combo starters, also being level 4 for Rongo Bongo. 3 copies of Shidai and Mizuho. So, red and blue. This is honestly where your combo comes into play. If you control the other one, you get to special summon the other one. So it's just free infinite counter value off of these two. It's a sweet little loop. You gotta remember, these things aren't once per turn for the special summon, so you can just continuously loop these things. There was an old OTK where you would just burn out your opponent with these effects. Definitely something more cute. 2 copies of Fuma, just your general destructor special summon. Not much going on here. 1 Hatsume for another name, and then 1 copy of Kizaru, adding in to a little bit more of the standardized fuel that this deck has going for it here. Spells 2 gold or Broken Bamboo Sword. You don't want to play more than these, honestly. Like, this card already sucks as it is. The equipped monster gains 0 attack. You gotta remember, you're playing bricks to basically draw your deck out. And because of having to play these, you don't want to maximize out on the numbers. This is just fine. I mean, you're already playing 2 core equips. So, Triple Call by the Grave. Same logic as most of the other decks in the format. You need to ensure your combo goes off. Hand traps do stunt the advancement of your combo, so you need to have anti-hand traps. Honestly, if you want to switch these out for Ash Blossoms, you could. I don't recommend it in the slightest, because you need to make sure that your combo goes off. Your prevention measure is this. This is how you ensure that you play the game. 2 copies of Golden Bamboo Sword, or yeah, Cursed Bamboo Sword. This is your secondary equip. I mean, most of the time you're probably just going to be bringing out Fuma off of 1 equip anyway. Honestly, pretty standard. 1 Gateway of the 6 Samurai. If we could play more, we absolutely would. 1 Reinforcement of the Army. Generalized Searcher in the deck. No real reason not to be playing more than that. 2 Shien's Dojo. Additional counters. Every time you normal or special summon, you get a Bushido counter on this. Remember, Gateway does eat from everywhere on the field. So the more of these spell card gatherers you can have, the better off you're going to be. 2 Smoke Signals, because additional copies of Rhoda is better. Unfortunately, this is level 3 or lower. We weren't nice enough to get level 4s. And then 3 copies of 6 Samurai United, your generalized draw card in the deck, next to what you got going for your Golden Bamboo Sword. The extra deck down here, 1 Trigate Wizard, 1 Kagari, 2 Saruja, because drawing cards is a necessity in a lot of these decks. 1 Unicorn, pretty standard. Phoenix, Goblin, Cerberus. 2 Isolde. Once again, your opponent kills one of these, you have access to a second, I assume in case the game goes longer than it actually needs to. This card is a powerhouse in warrior decks, and a lot of people need to understand that this card is so dumb. 1 Firewall, because of degeneracy. As long as this card exists, decks like this will continue to exist. 1 Borreload, 1 Rongo Bongo. Remember, it's 2 or plus level 4 monsters. Honestly, you're only going to be getting this with Kizan and this guy, so you're never going to get like the full effect of Rongo Bongo. But you'll be able to get not destroyed by battle and probably extra attack points, and quite possibly up to the other unaffected by card effects. So just being able to produce a boss monster that your opponent can't really touch is pretty cute. 1 Bamboozling Gossip Shadow. Once per turn when your opponent activates an effect, detach 2 materials from this card. The activated effect comes both players draw 1 card. You target 1 other number monster you control, attach this card to it as material. So just kind of cute little combos here. And then of course 1 copy of the OG Shien Negator, because reasons. Down here in the extra deck, or side deck, triple Ghost Reaper. You already got your built-in outs to Goki, which is honestly right here between these 2 cards. Paralyze the opponent. It's very free. 2 copies of Great Shogun Shien. Once again, depending on the matchup, you want to find more copies of these. 1 Winged Dragon Ra. So you find yourself in this situation that your opponent gives you Sphere Mode. Instead of, having Sphere Mode to break these decks, you actually decide in the Winged Dragon Ra Sphere Mode. Free value. You'll be able to bring it out and just play the game. Like, this is actually mind-boggling. I didn't think we were going to get to a point where people would actually be side-decking Winged Dragon Ra. But this duelist actually did it. And it's so cool to see that. Triple Shared Ride, triple Evenly, and triple Red Reboot, bringing this deck profile to a close. There's not a lot of other things to talk about in the side deck here. you know, one, it's cool to see that Six Samurai is still topping in this day and age. And even so, like, this is some hot fire tech, seeing the Winged Dragon of Ra being used to counter the degeneracy of Sphere Mode to make sure that these decks can still continue to play the game, even being, you know, having these large fields broken. So I gotta give it to them. Seeing this definitely makes this deck profile all the better. So I gotta give it to this duelist. Congratulations on topping with Six Samurai. And, you know, I hope other duelists out there will find this profile and be absolutely intrigued by Six Samurai, because it's still Six Samurai in the year 2018. Like, we still gotta give it up for what it is. So guys, tell me what you guys think about this deck profile down below in the comment section. I love reading the comments, as always. A lot of people don't think I do it, but, you know, we do. And, of course, we'll have some more interesting content for you later today, guys. Hopefully we'll get back on that discussion train. Alright, guys, OG Blue Shirt Robbie, sign. The ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.